Aren't going that far. Come on now, boy, settle down. Just settle down. He leaned forward in the saddle to stroke the nervous horse's neck. A blast from the trees east of the corrals sent a bullet sailing over his right shoulder. The brown horse reared on its hind legs. Tap desperately tried to stay in the saddle and jerk his rifle from the scabbard at the same time. In doing so, he lost his grip on the saddle horn. Feeling the reins slip through his fingers, he tumbled over the cantle and hit the ground on his right shoulder. The horse's panicked kick caught him in the stomach under his left rib cage. 2 more shots scattered dust near his head as the horse bolted back toward the barn. Desperately trying to regain his breath, Tap tried to raise himself to his knees, but the pain in his shoulder and his stomach stunned him for a minute. He couldn't move. Then he heard someone shout, "Leave the gun in the holster, and just maybe we won't shoot you, mister." With the wind knocked out of him and pain throbbing in his body, Tap rolled to his back. He lifted himself to his elbows, but didn't yank his revolver. "We're coming in. You pull that gun and you're a dead man, you understand?" the voice added. "I can shoot the eyes out of a squirrel at 500 yards, mister, so don't go trying nothing," another voice whined. "Oh, brother, there must not be anything but blind squirrels left in Missouri," Tap thought. "Every yeehaw with a Springfield claims to shoot squirrels' eyes." Tap pushed himself up to a sitting position and fought to catch his breath. Finally he shouted, "Boys, you're making a serious mistake. Now it isn't too late to turn back away. I haven't had to shoot none of you yet." "We ain't afeard of no gunslinger. We got you from 3 angles." "You got me from one angle, the trees, but I'm not sure if my sore right shoulder can lift a gun. Lord, why do things like this keep on happening to me?" He could see 3 men ride out of the ponderosa pines behind the corrals, all pointing their guns at him. 2 sported carbines and the other a revolver. There were no sounds other than the creak of old leather and the hoofbeats of the horses. The cold weather kept the mud where he lay stiff enough not to cling to his hands. "Toss that Colt and you can stand up, mister," a gravelly voice shouted. Tap reached over and grabbed his hat, shoving it back on his head. "Now, I just got that Colt cleaned and oiled. I really don't want to go throwing it in the dirt." He pulled up the slide on his charcoal gray horsehair stampede string. "We said throw it down," an anxious man with a carbine shouted. The voice sounded high-pitched and taut. Tap slowly pulled out his revolver and flung it into some tall, brown grass about 10 feet from where he sat. Then he struggled to his feet. "You know, boys," Tap drawled, "the years must be seasoning me. Why, I swear, in the old days, I would have just shot you dead and then asked about you later on. But now look at me. Well, I'd sort of like to hear your story first, and then I'll shoot you dead." "You ain't shooting nobody today, gunslinger. You're dealing with the Lane brothers from Bolivar, Missouri." The 3 riders kept their guns in place and moved their horses toward him. Rubbing his throbbing left shoulder, he shifted his weight to his right foot and studied them as they approached. The Lane brothers. Who ever heard of the Lane brothers? They're the type that believe everything they read in a dime novel. They'll run. First shot fired their way, and every one of them will run. Of course, it's tough to shoot when your rifle trotted back to the barn and your Colt's down in the dirt. At least they're predictable. They'll try to circle me. "It ain't him, Jim, too. I told you it weren't him." The man in the middle, riding a long-legged roan, spat tobacco to the ground, but kept his carbine on tap. "Well, it's sure that he's somebody, Jim One. And if he's wanted by the law, there's got to be a reward." The man rode straight up to Tap, and the other 2 cut behind him, forming a rough triangle. "Who are you, mister?" Tap tried to conceal his labored breathing. "Boys, I can't help but feel sorry for you. The last ones who tried to ambush me in my own place are all planted beneath a mound of Colorado dirt over at Pingree Hill. Except for Beckett, of course. I just buried him out there behind the corral with the horses." "Beckett? You're the one who brought down Jordan Beckett?" the man called Jim One gulped. "Yep." "He's the one," thought Tap. "He'll panic." "I asked your name." "Relax, Jim.